I found a love for me. Well, darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. Well, I found a girl.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be this bridal inspired look featuring Sunber hair that I did on my gorgeous model Emily. You guys remember her from a previous video. I got a lot of requests to bring her back on my channel, so you guys, I hope you're happy I brought her back. I'm starting off with her makeup. I already laid her frontal. I'm going to link in my description box below a video on how I lay my frontals. So I just started by priming her face, and the primer I'm using right now is the Pond's primer. I'm applying it using a foundation brush. Next, I'm applying the MELANIE Mills in Rose Gold. It's a liquid illuminator. Next, I'm going to be applying the foundation, and the foundation I'm using is from LANCOME. I'm going to apply the foundation using the same foundation brush first, then I'm going to go into a beauty blender and blend it really well.
Here we go.
To highlight her face, I'm using LA Girl concealer in the shade Fawn mixed with a little bit of pure beige. For her contour, I used the Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 450, and I'm just applying this using the Real Techniques contour brush. I'm using this to apply and blend it into her skin. Do you guys see how beautiful it looked on her? So here's what her face is looking like now that I'm done blending everything in. So right now I'm applying the Beauty by AD setting powder in the shade Amber. I'm just using this to set all over the highlighted areas. To set her contour, I'm mixing the Maybelline in Cacao and MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder in Dark Deepest. For her nose contour, I'm using this EVITA Joseph blending brush, and I'm using only the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder in Dark Deepest so that her nose contour is not so harsh. At this point, I'm dragging the setting powder a little bit closer to her nose to further emphasize the nose highlights and contour. Then I'm equally setting the bridge of her nose. Then I'm going to go back into the setting powder and do a little bit of reverse contour like I'm doing right now. Moving on to brows, I'm starting with the EVITA Joseph Brow Pencil. I'm just using this to fill in her brows. For this part, I went into a brow pomade from H&E, Hega and Esther, and I'm just going to be applying this on the outer corner of our brows using a small angled brush. To highlight her brows, I'm using the Black Opal Concealing Foundation in the shade Rich Caramel. Taking the LA Girl concealer in shade FAWN, I'm using a flat brush to apply this all over our eyelids. Then I'm blending it with a beauty blender. After which I went back into the setting powder I used earlier to set it. Right now I'm applying the MAC Brow Set in the shade Girl Boy to set her brows in place. Moving on to eyes, I started with the Huda Beauty eyeshadow in Rose Gold Remastered, and I'm starting her transition off with this shade right here. Next, I'm going into this dark brown shade called Cocoa to further deepen her outer crease. For eyeshadow primer, I'm using the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and I'm just applying this using my fingers. I find it easier to blend using my fingers as opposed to using a brush. For her main color, I went back into that Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. I'm using this bronze gold shade for her main color. I'm just dabbing this color into her eyelids. Taking the blending brush I used earlier, I went back into that first transition shade to blend the eyeshadow some more. To line her eyes, I'm using the KARITE gel liner. For lashes, I'm using these lashes from ALLUREBYCHLOE. Now that we're done with our eyes, I went back to our face to finish off the rest of our face, and I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Dark Deepest, and I'm just blending the excess setting powder around her face. I'm blending the rest of her face using this brush from EVITA. To blend her natural lashes to the falsies and to mask the lash glue that was still showing whitish, I'm using the Maybelline mascara in Colossal. I also went back into the KARITE gel liner I used earlier to apply on her lash band to blend it seamlessly. So before I finish the rest of her makeup, I let Fatima style her hair first. Fatima is an amazing bridal hairstylist. She's definitely going to be the one to do my bridal hair. She's amazing. She knows her stuff, and she didn't have much time, but she came out with this really beautiful hairstyle. So right now at this point, while she's putting finishing touches to the hair, I went ahead to apply mascara on her bottom lashes using this skinny MICROCARA mascara. I'm going to put all the products in my description box down below. Moving on to her lips, and I started by lining it with the MAC Chestnut lip liner. On top of that, I applied the House of Tara lip gloss in the shade ANJA. For bridal looks, I tend to gravitate towards glossy lips. So I wasn't satisfied with the way it was before, so I went ahead to apply this lip gloss from Beauty by AD in the shade GLEAM. So that's it for the makeup bits. I'm just applying setting spray, the MAC Fix Plus setting spray. Okay, now I'm applying highlighter from YANGA Beauty in the shade PORKISH. Yes, I forgot to mention that, sorry. And I also applied it in a tear duct. So yeah, now the makeup is finally done. So that's the final look. Aminat is just putting, oh my god, did I say Aminat? Fatima is just putting final touches to the hair. So this is the look completed. The look came together pretty well. Gorgeous model is just slaying and giving you guys a 360, show you guys what the hair looks like from behind. According to Fatima, the hair was really easy to work with. It came out really nice. Like, I was really impressed with the whole look, the hair, everything. You guys are going to see another video which I had this hair on. I'm sure the video is going to go up first before this one. Right now, Aminat let down the hair after we're done with the bridal shoot, and she created this, I don't know what she did here, but you guys see how gorgeous this hair looks. Like, it was so beautiful. Anyways guys, that's the end of this video. Like I said before, the hair is Sunber, and this is their Malaysian body wave. I used 4 bundles and a frontal. I'm going to leave all the details in my description box down below. I'm going to leave right now so you guys can take your time to appreciate Imali feeling herself. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Girl, I made a promise to you, and you know I will be true. Dia wo mi aju cameo. Not only you